Hi, this is Wesley,
This is Kashida,
and we would like to welcome you to
the Underground Geek Shack. Who is scorch here, dude?
That ain't my fault. I turned the AC on. That sun is always lurking behind us.
I know! Oh my god. Anyway, it's great to be back. It's been a while.
Yep.
Especially for me. Let's say the last episode had Shane in it, didn't it?
Yeah, that one was good.
They bet it was. I'm
Only
sorry.
because you have not read the manga that we talked about during that episode.
I know. I've heard so many good things about Chainsaw Man, and like I'm sad that I haven't read it yet.
Well, you'll get to watch it soon because it's getting away in the adaptation.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'll send it to you after the episode.
Next anime season comes around, Chainsaw Man. Well, I guess I know what the next episode is going to be about. And when it eventually comes out. But yeah.
Hey, do you want to know something?
What was sleep?
Sleep is for the weak.
Oh, then I guess I'm weak because I need my sleep.
Because you know. I should ask you, do you know why sleep is for the weak?
Why is sleep for the weak?
I don't know why we do this with our head.
I don't know either. Maybe it has to do something with the main villain of the movie we're talking about today. His little hand gestures. So if you guys haven't caught on already, we're talking about Demon Slayer.
Mugen Train, the movie.
Oh my god. I have to say, I put off watching this movie because I remember when it first came out, you were like, hey.
Yo, this is gonna be good.
I said, I'm gonna go watch the movie. I'm like, cool. And then my boyfriend, I get a message from him. It's like, hey. I was like, yes, babe. We're gonna go watch the movie. I was like, yeah, we can go watch the movie. It never panned out that way. He's seen the movie. You've seen the movie. I only just watched the movie. Yep. And I have to tell you, it shouldn't be called Mugen Train. It should be called the Pain Train. Because I just feel pain.
Yeah, it's gonna make you feel pain.
I didn't think I was gonna cry as much during a Demon Slayer movie. Well, I mean, I should have expected it in all honesty, and I have to think about it, because if you guys haven't watched, so the movie continues on from what season 1 goes on.
Yeah, because season 1 ends with them getting onto the train, then it just ends there.
Yeah, it just ends.
Not season 2. The Mugen Train picks right back up from that current point, so it basically feels like it's just an extended episode.
Yeah, and I have to say, I like how they do this. First off, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen Mugen Train yet, definitely go and watch it.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth the time. You can watch it on Funimation if you have a premium account, which is what I have. And
I got it from YouTube. It only costs like $14 to buy from YouTube.
So wait, did you buy it or you bought it, not rented?
No, I bought it.
So you own it?
I bought it so I can keep it.
So he bought it off of YouTube for about $14. I have YouTube Premium. Not YouTube Premium. I have Funimation Premium. And that's how I watched it. So yeah, if you want to watch it through Funimation, you can definitely do that. Yeah, either one, it's pretty good. But yeah, back to the actual movie. First off, this is gonna double for me specifically as two things. One is gonna be a review of the movie. Two is also gonna be a review of the English dub, because when I watched Demon Slayer, I watched it in the Japanese sub.
Same.
And I've said this before in the past, but I'll reiterate it today. Typically, whenever I start an anime, if I start it in sub, most likely I'm going to continue the whole series just in sub. That includes the movies as well. I made an exception for My Hero Academia because I started it in sub, but I've heard so many good things about the dub that I switched over to dub mid-season 1, and I stuck to it's fine. And I stuck to the dub ever since.
The only reason why I'm saying sorry was because halfway through My Hero Academia, I wanted to switch to
you said watch the dub, and I was like, fine, I guess I'll watch the dub. And I watched the dub, and I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So, specifically for Demon Slayer, I stuck to the sub because the sub was the only thing we had out for like the longest time. Yeah. It wasn't until after I finished season 1 that the dub came out. But I listened to the dub and I told myself, these voices don't fit. So I wanted the voice of Deku to be the voice of Tanjiro. Like, it just fit in my head like that. And I'm not saying that the voices is bad. We're going to talk about the dubs real quick, and then we're honestly going to go into the review. I'm sorry, guys, we're going to sidetrack for a little bit. But, so I have to say, the voice choices for most of the people weren't bad. Rengoku's voice, it was alright. Tanjiro's voice wasn't what I expected, but you know, it still fits. Zenitsu sounds like a coward. He sounds whiny when he needs to be, but he sounds serious when he calls for it.
Yep.
Definitely fine. Nezuko sounds cute and adorable either way. Does not matter to me. Her voice fits perfectly fine. I love it. It hurts. I'm sorry.
We're gonna get to that one.
I'm thinking about that scene. I love it. The only voice for the English dub that I do not like, and it honestly is because it just reminds me of a different character, is the voice of Inosuke.
Okay. Why don't you like it? I feel like I'm the one that's interrogating you now.
Yeah, you can interrogate me all you want, because I'm going to tell you right now, the voice of Inosuke sounds too much like Billy from Billy and Mandy.
Dang.
And I'm just, the whole time, every time he spoke, I'm just like, Billy and Mandy I loved, it was my childhood.
Same.
But it should not fit in an anime. the everything that's happening is so tense and everything. I'm like, yeah, get into the action. Inosuke speaks and I'm like,
that little shiver. Oh.
But yeah, even the voice of the freaking demon, I loved it. He sounded arrogant, he sounded tosh. I wanted to punch him in the face the entire time. I'm like, your voice is perfect, everything is perfect. Except for Inosuke. He sounds too much like Billy and I hate it.
But the movie was good.
Yeah, the movie was definitely amazing. Before we get on to the movie, what are your thoughts about the English voices? Because I mean, obviously you heard my opinion.
Yeah.
So I want to hear about yours. Because you were in the same boat when we watched it.
Yeah. And then I had to go back and rewatch all of Demon Slayer because my brother wanted to watch Demon Slayer, but he only wanted to watch the dub for it. So then that forced me to go watch the dub.
So you had more time with the dub than I had.
I went through select parts.
Yeah, I went through select parts.
And I was like, I kind of grew on me, and I was like, I'm still more favorable toward the sub.
Same.
And
only because of non-Billy Inosuke.
But like, you know, because it still lingered a little bit after you, me, and Shane, you know, us three hosts had watched the teaser trailer and saw who was going to be voicing as who.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I need to stop leaning on this. Where you know, and anyway, the voices that have been cast, I still think are pretty good. And I was like, yo, I'm in this for the long haul. Where my boy Rengoku at?
Where my boy Rengoku at?
And then, you know, seeing, like, even the demons were good, who voiced as them.
Yeah.
Like, we have the Lower Moon who got voiced was really good. The person who had voiced as one of the later demons was really good. I was like, yo, I am hype. And then it got to a point where, like, almost everyone within our movie theater cried. And my brother, my brother didn't cry. Because he goes through, like a couple times throughout the film.
I can see.
But it's funny because, like, he was like, when people started crying, right? He looked around and then he looks at me over here trying to, like, wipe some tears out of my eyes. And he goes, dang, these people crying like Tony just died. And I'm like, stop!
No! Don't even talk about Tony's death! Oh, the freaking MCU is a whole episode in itself.
Yeah. But that's what my brother was like. And I was like, you don't realize what this man is.
You just don't know, bro.
And the only reason why I started crying was because of the quote. And he was like, oh, you're only crying because of a quote? I was like, you don't understand what that quote means, my
It
boy.
means everything.
And then he was like, how do you even know the quote? Because back when we were ones, that was one of the things I had said when we were
The Demon Slayer episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an emotional movie, and so spoiler alert, Rengoku dies. And
I thought you were just gonna straight up save it for the end, like hard hitting action. You're just like, okay, and you just straight up Rengoku dies.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about the story here more in a little bit, but I'm gonna tell them why.
The Flame Hashira?
The Flame
My
Hashira.
boy!
He's such a sweet sweet boy. I honestly love him. He's so
now she finally understands why every time she would ask me, Wesley, who's your favorite character in
like,
Demon Slayer? And I'm like,
Rengoku.
Rengoku. And then she's like, it needs to be somebody that we haven't met yet. And I'm like, but you have met him.
I have.
And now she sees why I like him so much.
I love him. I hate the fact that he's dead so early. We literally just got to know him and he's already dead. I'm so mad, man. I'm so upset. But no. So let me tell you my thoughts going into the movie. When I watched Demon Slayer season 1, it was a little bit sad. Like, yeah, the tragedy of Tanjiro and what he has to deal with and everything. That was sad. But like, I didn't cry. I felt the sadness in my heart. It's like when you hear about the tragedy of Naruto. You know, you're like, that's really sad, but I'm going to be rooting for this character all the way. It was one of those moments for me, right? But as
you were gonna bring up Jiraiya, I was about to be like, now that is the equivalent of Rengoku.
But you know what, Jiraiya had so much time to build up to it. We literally just met Rengoku and he dies. But no. So, throughout season 1, I got sad when you hear about the demons' pasts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, I got sad, but I never cried. So, when coming into this, I already knew, due to fan material, I already knew Rengoku was gonna die. I came into this knowing that Rengoku was gonna die.
I came into it knowing full well that he was gonna die.
Because you read the manga.
Exactly.
I knew it because of fan art and stuff like that. I was already spoiled that Rengoku was gonna die. And I was like, okay, I'm accepting of this. Rengoku's gonna die. Maybe I'll just be sad at that. No, I actually cried. And it wasn't just at Rengoku's death. It was freaking Tanjiro's dream. Oh my god, I cried during that. There's multiple points.
There were a lot of funny moments.
Oh yeah, there's
like, you got Zenitsu's dream. Like, oh my gosh, Zenitsu. So what are you doing?
So I wanted to talk to you about that. There's a game that came out in Japan that was re-released in America. It's called Scissor Man. That's a callback to Scissor Man because it was just this man who would walk around chasing after the main character with a giant pair of like gardening shears, and you just every time you'd walk around here, and then when Zenitsu was doing it, I was like, is this Scissorman? And then you just see him and I'm like, oh my god, it's Scissorman. I hate it and I love it at the same time. It's so stupid.
But like, you can understand why Zenitsu was doing that.
I see why. And I hate it. I just still hate it. Oh my god. It's so stupid, but I love it. And then freaking Inosuke's dream. I hate him too.
Underlings.
Freaking Panjiro. And it was like Konitsu or something like that. It was so stupid. And then freaking with Nezuko, he said you can have these shiny nuts. Let's go. I'm like, why y'all mole people? What's happening here? But no, I sent you the picture, I do believe, where they were all...
in Rengoku's dream?
No, not in Rengoku's dream. After they defeated the 2 demons that were on the train. And before they went back to the other thing, when they saw Rengoku's power, they were all like,
yeah, and they were like, train us,
train us, and you see them just
floating around. I'm like, why are they floating? Like, first time I was like, why are they floating?
Like, I paused the movie, I took a screenshot, and I just died laughing for 5 minutes because I'm like, I didn't come into this expecting this. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be serious and everything, but no, it's like slapstick comedy. And I was like, I love it, and it's really good to break off the tension, and we get to know the quirkiness of Rengoku, because Rengoku, honestly, he's a sweet baby child that I want to protect with all my heart.
Same.
But, well, I mean, I can't protect him anymore. He's dead.
I failed to protect him.
I failed to protect him. It's time for seppuku.
Don't you dare!
I mean, that's what Tanjiro did the entire movie.
Yeah, you're right. But this ain't a dream, though.
Oh my god. It's just so... Alright, an actual review of this movie. Let me actually review this movie. It's really good. The animation,
Oh yeah.
Oh. superb. Now, I will admit,
It did get a little bit weird.
oh, it got really weird when CG became heavily used. Like, just seeing.
I think I did not mean to interrupt you.
No,
But I feel like when because I know what part you're talking about. It's still going off the memory. But like when it came to the whole CGI parts, I think that part was it was necessary.
Oh, it was definitely
because I don't think they would have been able to do it.
Oh, it would have been difficult to animate that.
Right.
But no, so there's a part in the movie where Tanjiro cuts off the demon's head and he's like, that was too easy. And then the demon goes on to say, oh, you're surprised that I'm not dead yet. He basically says that he infused his body with the train. But as he's talking about this, they're on top of the train and the head is still hand drawn. Well, not hand drawn, but you understand what I'm saying. It's still drawn.
Yeah.
But the mask that he's on is CG. When you go to edit this, please show a picture of this so they understand what I'm saying. So the entire time you're going through this movie, you just see this mask like wiggling around, this cartoon drawn head, and you're like, this does not fit. I literally paused multiple times and I was like, what am I looking at right now? What is this? And then all of a sudden, the train becomes what you've seen off of freaking Cells at Work Code Black. Clogged, disgusting. I'm just like, ew. What is this? Ew.
I mean, the feats that were obtained throughout that entire thing.
Yeah.
Rengoku, he sat there and took 5 cars on his own.
That was amazing. First off, yes, he's just so epic, bro. I love him.
And he allowed nobody to die.
Yeah, what's really cool is like, so that train had like over 200 passengers on it, not including Tanjiro, Zenitsu, Inosuke, and Nezuko, and Rengoku. Yeah. It has like 2,800 other people, but 200 other people.
That's a lot of people.
But none of them got injured. Well, they got injured, but none of them died.
Yeah.
It was just, the movie, it's just so good. But yeah, I just cried so much.
We also got a lot of character. I know I'm jumping around, but we also got a lot of character development for Rengoku within this whole dream in and of itself.
Yeah.
Even though somebody was trying to take his board. But you still got a lot of character development, which I appreciate.
Definitely. And it's really funny, or not funny, but it's really good to see, like with Tanjiro, if he was to never have to take up his sword, if his friend was to never have abandoned, you get to see how much he misses that, how much he wants to go back to that so badly. Even in the dream, he said, I don't want to leave. Mm-hmm. If I could be with you, I would stay with you forever. But I know none of this is real, and it tore his heart apart when he had to go and run away. Yeah. And I was crying.
And then like even when his brother was like running after him, and I was like, oh, that hurts. That hurts.
Oh, it hurt me. No, what started to hurt me the most is when we saw Nezuko.
Oh, yeah.
But it was the dream version of Nezuko. So not the cute, adorable demon that we're all used to. No, this was normal human Nezuko. The thing that Tanjiro wants the most right now. Because he knows the rest of his family's dead. He wants to save the only family he has left, which is his sister. But she's a demon right now. And we see her in her human form. And the fact that Tanjiro just stops in his track.
Yep.
That was when it hurt me the most. I was like, oh, no. This is the thing that he very most desires. I was like, no, I'm not ready for any of this.
And then, I got mad when the family was like, you should have been the one to die, not us. I was like, how dare you?
I was so mad. So,
but I wasn't mad at his family. I was mad at the demon.
At the demon, because so the demon, his blood art, if you don't know, the demons have different blood arts. Nezuko bursts things into flames, which is awesome. But for this particular demon, you don't ever learn his name. I assume his name is Mugen or something like that.
The train's name is Mugen. So it's the Mugen train.
Oh yeah. Shut up. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
You know what, Wesley?
the demon I just call him Lower Moon One.
Yeah, I'm still calling him Lower Moon. So, Lower Moon Demon.
It's not like with the spider. It's not like Rui, the spider demon.
Oh my god. But yeah, Lower Moon Demon. His particular demon blood art is that when he puts you to sleep, he controls your dreams, and you stay stuck in that dream until he kills you, basically.
Yeah.
He can manipulate your dreams. And so he made everybody in the train go to sleep, and he manipulated people's dreams so that they could have what they very much desired.
And then he twisted it around.
Yeah, he would twist it around right before he killed you, because he always liked the face that people would make when they realized that it was just all wrong.
Yeah.
And I wanted to punch him in the face for that. I was like, dude, your voice acting is superb, because I just want to punch you in the face right now. I want to fight.
But then we also got to talk about like the people who actually went and into our characters' dreams.
Yeah, so the demon employed the help of some humans, and I'm assuming that he does this with Hashiras, because you know a lot of demon slayers is chased after him. So what he done with these people was he had them tie a rope so that they can become tethered to the person that they want to enter the dream of. They would enter their dream, find their spirit core, and then destroy it, and that would kill them on the spot, so that he would be free to do whatever he wants with the other people.
Yeah, because basically, I mean, I like the strategy that he was thinking of, because he was like, yo, get the minions to take out the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
Heavy hitters are off the board. Village is mine.
The village is mine.
I threw out a lot of
and now a feast.
Bon appetit.
But now,
because I like that, but then I also like, because there was the one dude who went into Tanjiro's dream trying to find his spirit core, and he didn't like the little
that was another part that made me cry.
They were like showing him where it was, and then he was just like, I can't do it. It's so warm. It's so beautiful.
He said, I can't believe you brought me here, even though you knew what I was going to do to it. Oh my god.
And that's only because, like, that's the kindness that's within Tanjiro.
He wants to help out everybody, even though he knew, or he didn't know.
Yeah.
But, like, even though his spirits knew that dude just wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
But like they were like, well, we're gonna help you out anyway, you know, because that's just Tanjiro's personality is I wish to help you out.
Whereas most of everyone else just like
everyone else was malice, man. But I liked how freaking Tanjiro woke up and they all went after him. He's like, I'm sorry, but I have to defeat you. And they all come and he simply is just
yep. I mean, cause like he didn't want to hurt him.
He didn't want to.
He just straight up knocked him out. And I'm just like, understandable. No bloodshed today.
No bloodshed. And then you find out that the dude has tuberculosis.
The one chick, she was like, how dare you do that to him? And then just goes to attack, and I'm like, nah, fam, stay away. You ain't trying to catch these hands.
You Tanjiro. He would he did his fast movement and everything. Yep. And they were like, oh crap. And that last girl, she was like, I just love it. Oh my god. But no. So, you would think that, you know, maybe... Because Rengoku didn't defeat the demon train. It was Inosuke and Tanjiro that was the one that killed him. So you're like, how did Rengoku die? Well, plot twist at the end of the movie, and this was the thing that really got me. It's the fact that they did not pick one, but two boss fights in here, and it was just epic. It was like, kill the demon train. Everyone is safe. Tanjiro gets stabbed.
Before you go on, I know you really want to go on.
I know.
So when it came to Tanjiro, because Tanjiro in the dream has to kill himself in order to wake up.
Yeah.
Which isn't really that uncommon, because if you're having a nightmare, the only way for you to wake up is to...
Well, yeah. It's said that if you wake up before you die in your dream, you'll be alive. Yeah. And so, Tanjiro has to take himself out in the dream in order to wake himself back up in reality. How did you feel when you realized
that he kept waking in and up out of, like, he kept going to sleep, and then within combat, he would wake himself up and continue the motion.
Every time he would go back to sleep, I was so scared because I was just like, I don't want anything to happen to him. And
or how did you feel when Inosuke was coming down, and then he actually had to stop Tanjiro, and he was like,
because he
hey, this ain't a dream.
This ain't a dream. Because he was just like, he was so used to killing himself in the dream to wake himself back up that, you know, he was like, this is not the dream. You know, wake up. We are in reality right now. And I'm like, oh my god, because it is true. When you're in a dream, you think everything is real.
Yeah.
And so for him to constantly be knocked out, woken back up, knocked down, woken back up, and he knows the one way to wake himself back up is to kill himself in the dream. It was just, oh my god, because my heart was pumping, because I was like, oh no, he's gonna kill himself in real life because he doesn't realize he's not dreaming at the moment. And I was just, everything was just heart racing. But now, because we have a little bit of time,
now you can go into
the final boss fight, the thing that actually kills freaking Rengoku.
Akaza.
Oh my god!
Demon Akaza. Best demon. Okay, I shouldn't say best.
I don't want to say best because I'm so mad at him right now because he lived.
That fight though was good, and you saw the ideology because he was like, "Yo, Rengoku, you are like at your best. Become a demon. We can fight forever." And I was tempted. I was like, I mean, he ain't wrong though. But then I like what Rengoku was like. He was like, no, the joys of being a human is that you have
the fact that we grow up and grow old and die. That is the beauty of being human. And I'm like, oh my god. Most people don't think of it like that. They're like, oh, it sucks being a human because you're just gonna die in the end. What point is it? It's not the matter of you're gonna die in the end. That's it. It's what you do with your life. And that was basically what Rengoku was saying the whole time. He was like, you will achieve everything that you have wanted to do right before you die. That is the beauty of being human. And I'm just like, oh my god!
And the whole fight between freaking Akaza, and they were throwing out moves left and right. Akaza was getting hit, like, because he's fighting barehanded. And so the sword is hitting his knuckles. As they're freaking, it's like a boxing fight. They were just going at it, and I was like, "Yo, this is so
amazing."
Like,
but the thing that I'm just still upset by the fact that Akaza lives and he ran away.
But it was understandable, man.
I know
because demons only fight at night, and plus the sun was coming up too. So he had to get away, which I did like the fact that Rengoku was like, I ain't letting you get away, and proceeds to stab him, and then proceeds to shoot fire through him.
I really thought he was gonna kill him. Like, no, I thought Rengoku was gonna get him, and I was like,
yeah,
oh, cool.
Me too.
He was gonna get him, but then he was gonna die afterwards because of all the mortal injuries. And I was like, yeah, no, I was gonna be completely acceptable of that. I already knew Rengoku was gonna die.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna take this boy out with him. He's like, I ain't going alone. No, he ends up. The demon lives. Runs away, which means I want to see his sorry face later on in season 2 or 3, which is just gonna upset me because I already know what he does. Also, I'll mention one more thing about the movie and then we'll end the episode. But no, all I know is that great. Now I'm gonna have to see him later on in the series. I'm just gonna want to punch his face even more.
But I still like that quote that he tells Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think he said something along the lines of basically like, you know, always strive to, like, you know, be
never feel like you're not the best because, you know, I can't remember the exact line, but basically he says whenever you feel deprived or, like, you know, upset about something, just know that I have given you my approval. And I was like, my boy. So one more fact, and we'll run a little bit over. That's okay. I like what they did with this movie. With the My Hero Academia movies, they don't follow the plot exact. What I mean is, the movies can be seen separate from the anime and it still makes sense, kind of. They don't follow the main plot of the anime. This is directly linked into the anime. So we can't go from season 1 to season 2.
That's what I've been saying all along, is that, like, it's weird because, like, remember when we only had season 1 and then we got an announcement that season 2 was coming out before we got the announcement that the movie was coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's gonna be a little bit weird because how are you supposed to go from season 1 to season 2? You have a huge chunk that's missing.
Yeah. But with the My Hero Academia movies, I have only seen the second movie, but I have seen seasons 1 through 4.
Yeah,
No, 1 through 3.
We're in 5.
I haven't seen 4 yet.
Got to 3. You need to watch 4 and you need to watch 5.
Yeah. I've seen seasons 1 through 3. And it was only after 3 that I've watched the second movie. I haven't even watched the first movie yet. But guess what? I completely understand the show despite not have seen all the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do that with this one. Because for those who haven't seen the movie and they go into season 2, they're going to be so confused as to what's happening.
Yep.
Because it's just that, I like how it's just into the plot. It's not like a filler movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That's what I really liked about this movie is the fact that it's not just filler for the sake of being filler, or it's not, oh, we want to make a movie with
Plus, it's a lot of character growth for our characters. Even though one of our major players is now off the board, everyone still grows from it.
Yeah, like with season 2, not season 2, the second movie of My Hero Academia, honestly, if I was to have to pinpoint that into the plot, I don't know where to pinpoint it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he knows Air Force,
Mm-hmm.
and this movie came out after season 3.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know Air Force by this time, but this is obviously before he learns Black Whip. I know about Black Whip for reasons. He knows Black Whip. He doesn't know about Black Whip and everything, so it's after season 3, but before season 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure that by season 4 he doesn't know Air Force. You can tell me if I'm wrong.
So,
when does he learn Air Force? Air Force.
Air Force. Oh man, now you're making me dig deep back into the reference.
And I'm sorry, we're going a little bit over time. We promise we'll end the episode after this.
When does he learn Air Force? Because it's like almost like right after, because it's before the whole fight with Gentle.
With Gentle.
Yeah.
Oh, Gentle.
Yeah. Gentle.
Yeah.
And LeBron. Yeah, it's before that whole thing, but it's before the culture festival. Okay. And then he learns Air Force. So you're meaning to tell me that
right after the fight with Overhaul, that he somehow does this whole movie thing, comes back after that whole thing, because we know about the second movie, there's a big ordeal with that. He comes back, and there's like a small window of time when he goes back to be at the culture festival and everything being fine.
I feel like with that, it takes place a little bit after the culture festival. Because that's the only reason how he would know Air Force, because it doesn't make any sense for him to be like, okay, we're gonna go from before fighting Gentle to not knowing anything about Air Force to, I suddenly know how to use Air Force now. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
So it would make more sense. You already fought Gentle. You don't really need to rehash that because nobody would have known who Gentle was at that point.
Exactly.
Air Force, everything, beat up 9, double Detroit smash, movie end.
See, this is what I'm talking about. With the movies, it's hard to pinpoint exactly where they fit because it's like, well, we're making a movie for the sake of making a movie.
I feel like now we need to wrap up. But now they're just cranking out movies just for the heck of it.
That's going to be an entire episode on its own on how anime movies are handled and how they actually go into the plot. That'll be an anime. That'll be an anime. Yeah. That'll be an episode for another time.
Featuring us as the main characters.
For now, again, please watch Mugen Train. It's absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing.
Anyway.
100% agree. Anyways, thanks for listening.
We hope you enjoyed your visit to
the Underground Geek Shack.
Bye guys.